Our problem is the police force is not effective. That's a real problem, and we need to deal with it.
Reedy Clabby's phone-in show on Radio 702 has been swamped all week. Another high-profile crime. For now, few leads.
The source of firearms. Look to the number of firearms lost by the government, the military and the police.
South Africans are used to these headlines, but nerves are frayed.
South Africans don't trust that when they hand over their gun or they get rid of their guns, that the guns won't find themselves back in the streets, as has happened. This is not anecdotal. It actually has happened. We had a gun amnesty. People were invited to hand in illegal guns. What happened to those illegal guns? Some of them have been used in subsequent crime.
So I actually wanted to ask you about neighbourhood watch here. Is there the community? Senzo Meyiwa's story is not an uncommon one here. Joseph Dube's home is in a leafy suburb, but still he's been targeted several times. Despite that, his faith remains with the state.
I think security is a public issue, and that's why, for example, I participate in Community Policing Forum, because I think that if we look out for each other as a community, the chances are that criminals won't give us problems.
And now increasingly you see.
But the latest figures show an upward trend.
In the last decade, since about 2004 until this year, business robbery increased by 460%. I mean, it's just huge. If you look at house robbery, and house robbery in this country probably one of the things psychologically that has the biggest impact on how people perceive their own safety. That has increased over the last decade by 105%.
That has even the ruling party calling for reforms.
Now, I personally will not understand why one person would own 10 guns. But we have not done a review. And I think part of what we are suggesting is a question perhaps. You are suggesting that we should visit that, to limit ownership.
After a public memorial this week, Meyiwa will be buried in his home city of Durban on Saturday. Thousands are expected to attend, but even those who didn't know his name are following this case closely. Now, those at the top of the income ladder put up high walls and pay for private security, but for the vast majority of the population, that's not an option. They rely on the police. But since Senzo Meyiwa's murder, public confidence in the force seems to have become even lower. After all, if even a national hero can't be safe at home, then who can be? Guy Henderson, CCTV, Johannesburg, South Africa.